This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial. Good evening. I am Ty, your host for tonight's edition of Nevada County Now. Our community is a magical place 365 days a year, but the holidays are a bit extra special. The squares are bright with twinkling lights. The windows are filled with colorful sights. Carols drift through the frosty breeze and laughter dances among the trees. Neighbors exclaim, "Merry Christmas to all." Simple joys the season brings, a small town's voice this holiday sings. Supporting local merchants is the best way you can support our community. Get out there and experience the joy for this season. Don't go away. We will take a short sponsor break and be right back.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
Starting on Friday, December 6th, the McCourtney Road Transfer Station Improvement Project will move into the next phase of construction. This will impact both inbound and outbound traffic. The impact is expected to last until late December. The team of contractors and WM are working as quickly as they can, but customers may experience increased wait times getting in and out of the facility. The new year also brings major changes for trash disposal. Beginning in January, unincorporated county residents with curbside garbage collection from WM will be required to separate their trash into 3 cans. The green can is for food and waste, yard waste or organic waste as it is often referred to. The blue can is for recyclables such as paper, cardboard, aluminum, glass, and recyclable plastics. The black can is for regular trash. Food waste will no longer be permitted to go into the black can. The last phase of the transfer station renovation project includes converting the previous trash receiving area to accept food waste and green waste. It is expected to be completed by the end of the year. If you have any questions, please reach out to Nevada County Solid Waste at solidwaste@nevadacountyca.gov or 530-265-7111 or visit their website at nevadacountyca.gov/MRTS. On Tuesday, December 10th at 6:30 p.m., the City of Nevada will be hosting a community workshop regarding improvements for the Broad Street Y area. They will be discussing the design and construction of the sidewalk, crosswalk, cross-slope, lighting, and pavement improvements that are slated to begin on February 15th and run until June 15th of 2025. In 2018, the City Council prioritized this section of Upper Broad Street between the intersection of Broad and Commercial Streets to the intersection of West and East Broad Street. Improvements will help provide safe, convenient, and efficient pedestrian and vehicular access in the downtown historic district. The city is working with local contractors. Funding for the project comes from a combination of state and local funds, including City Measure M funds, state SB 1 local partnership funds, local transportation pedestrian bicycle funds, Regional Surface Transportation Program claim appropriations, and Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act funds. Bank of America customers were notified last week that the Grass Valley downtown location will be closing in April. Bank of America, the second largest bank in the United States, is continuing its trend of branch closures across the nation. This move reflects the ongoing shift to digital banking and the bank's efforts to optimize its operations. As customers increasingly turn to online and mobile banking solutions, the need for physical branches has diminished, prompting Bank of America to reassess its brick and mortar presence. The notice does state that the ATMs will remain open. In addition, the Sutton location will remain fully staffed and open.
"13 years ago, my much younger husband, that was 17 years younger than me, passed away. Then 2 days later, my dad passed away. Then a couple weeks later, my brother passed away. So I had all my men I lost, all within a short time. Well, when I came back from the Bay Area from having my husband cremated, I came back here and I had a ride with a family member, and they had informed me that since my husband died, I won't have his finances anymore, that I won't be able to feed my dogs and my bird, and that I had to get rid of them. And I looked at my family member and said, "What are you talking about? They're all I have left. No matter what, I was going to keep them. I was determined." So I looked around, asked questions of people and everything, and I found the pet pantry, and they were willing to help feed my dogs and my parrot.
Owning and caring for a pet promotes health, reduces loneliness, and brings joy and comfort for our seniors, especially those that are homebound. Without the pet food pantry, our seniors are at risk for losing their cherished companion.
Pet food pantry programs are donation funded. Without assistance, many seniors share their meals or go without their meals to provide for their pets. This is not healthy for either the pet or the senior. Help your older neighbors by helping their pets. Donate or volunteer today.
They have helped me so much, you have no idea.
Just about the time we were set to record this story, a 5.7 quake hit the Yerington, Nevada area. Yerington is approximately 160 miles east of Grass Valley. The area has experienced 8 quakes in the last week, with this being the largest. On Thursday, December 5th at 10:44 a.m., a 7.0 magnitude earthquake shook a large area of Northern California. It was centered west of Ferndale, a small city in coastal Humboldt County. The warning of a tsunami did not come from the official National Tsunami Warning Center. Other sources issued it. It reached 5.3 million people along the U.S. West Coast. Some say it was an overreaction, others the wise thing to do. History has proven that earthquakes should be taken seriously, but it has also shown us that scientific data, monitoring, and reporting works to save lives. No tsunami occurred from this quake, but the question we must ask ourselves, is it better to be notified about the possibilities, even if a catastrophic event does not occur? Or would you rather not know unless it is 100% for sure? Either way, responsible reporting is important. Panic serves no one. The earliest known earthquake in California was documented in 1769 by the Spanish explorers and Catholic missionaries of the Portola expedition. As Spanish missions were constructed beginning in the late 18th century, earthquakes records were kept but were sparse. It was only after the 1906 earthquake did the federal government begin to take steps to set up labs to measure how many earthquakes occur, their intensity, and if they should be predicted, if they could be predicted. The Ferndale area sits in the area where several different tectonic plates come together: the San Andreas Fault, the Mendocino Fault, and both the Gorda and North American plates. The 7.0 quake that rocked the region last week is the strongest since 2005, where a magnitude of 7.2 occurred. The area has experienced 659 earthquakes in the past 365 days. Many are very small, but it does prove active seismic activity should not be ignored. The quake is not the largest to hit California, but is one of 7 quakes, 6.9 or larger, to hit Northern California. The largest and most devastating dates back to the 1906 one that hit San Francisco. Many have firsthand knowledge of the 1989 Loma Prieta quake and the damage and loss of life that occurred. To stay informed, we recommend visiting the earthquake.california.gov website for a variety of information and resources. Now, for something a bit more on the lighter side. There's good news for folks who want to enjoy the local festivities of the holidays, but don't want to drive in circles hunting for parking for both Cornish and Victorian Christmas. Nevada County Connects offers a shuttle service to those much-loved events. The Cornish Christmas Shuttle service starts at 5 p.m. and has stops at the Fairgrounds, Gate 8, Pine Creek Shopping Center, Target Shopping Center, Broad Street Bridge, and Tinloy Street in downtown Grass Valley. The total loop is approximately 30 minutes. For Victorian Christmas, there is a special shuttle that picks up at 950 Maidu Avenue. This drops off at the bottom of the Victorian Christmas next to the food court on Union Street. The bus picks up and drops off at the same location. The shuttle runs Wednesdays, 4:30 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 1 to 7 p.m. It is $7 for adults. Children under 15 are free, with return journeys free for all. Cash is preferred. Shuttles do allow small dogs on a leash that can be on your lap, and the shuttles are all wheelchair accessible. For more information, visit the downtowngrassvalley.com and nevadacitychamber.com websites.
Hi everyone, I am Lori Reddy, Recycling Education Representative for WM. Most of you recognize WM as your garbage, recycle, and yard waste collector, but sustainability is #1 for our company as we support local cleanup events, waste diversion efforts, and are currently upgrading the county's transfer station to support the organics program. Our businesses and residents of Nevada County are diverting waste at 49% compared to only 32% nationwide. WM is here to educate local businesses and residences that something as simple as not throwing plastic bags into recycle bins and taking them back to the stores, reusing or refusing altogether, is a big step to our sustainable future. None of our residential plastics go overseas. It is 100% recycled within the United States. To keep up to date, visit nevadacounty.wm.com or on Facebook. Together, we'll make a significant impact. Let's create a greener future, one step at a time. I hope to meet you soon.
Each year, a group of enthusiastic volunteers equipped with screwdrivers and wrenches get together to help fill the wishes of kids in our community. Here to chat with us all about the Toys for Tots Build-A-Bike program is Thomas Oats. Hi, Tom. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being here.
Right, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I am really excited to hear about what you're doing for the kiddos of our community.
All right, so the Toys for Tots program also includes a very popular component, which is the bicycle build. So on Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to have approximately 50 volunteers who will show up at the Grass Valley Veterans Hall, 255 South Auburn, and we're going to assemble. At this point, we've got 54 bikes on hand.
54? Where did they all come from?
Came from a variety of sources, to include the 1849 Brewing, the Clampers Club, John and Sherry Burr. They purchased 8 mountain bikes to contribute.
Amazing.
And we just picked up bikes yesterday. We got 9 from the YBonk, which is the Youth Bicyclists of Nevada County, and the tour of Nevada City Bike Shop. They partnered and provided those 9 bikes.
That is incredible. So this is so exciting. So now the bikes are coming in. Are you putting them together? Are you cleaning them? What is all the work and details?
Yeah, this is an important part of the program, is that the volunteers enjoy putting the bikes together. So we have to be very specific that we want the bikes not assembled, we want them in the box. So what we do is we put together all of the bikes and then we stage them. And when the professionals from the bike shops get off of work, they'll come through and they'll QC the bikes. That way we ensure that what we're giving to the children is a reliable bike that's been put together properly and safely.
That is amazing. And this is all done by the work of volunteers in our community.
Absolutely.
Wow, I'm so excited. Tell me about the lucky kiddos that are getting these bikes.
Okay, we have a partnership with the local Salvation Army, and they handle all of the sign-ups, and the families are able to enter what the child might want as a gift. And then we get a list and we search for keywords like bike or bicycle, or possibly Spanish translations of those 2 words.
Okay.
And then we try and match up the age and gender and bike size and make sure we have a good fit there. So
I have to ask you, do you ever get the blessing of seeing the look on a kiddo's face, or does anybody ever send in a picture or get to see kids riding around town that are recipients of these bikes?
You know, we actually don't get to. Most of the families, when they come to pick up their toys to include the bicycles, they usually don't bring the children because they don't want to ruin the surprise.
Right.
But we do get very touching letters afterwards telling us how much they appreciated what we're doing for the community.
I love that. And tell me, how long has this program been going on?
Toys for Tots just celebrated their 75th anniversary about 2 years ago, so this is the 77th year.
Amazing. And is the Build-A-Bike, has that been a part of it for 77 years as well?
I don't believe so. In fact, not every community has a bike build, right? We're very fortunate that we've got a very strong sense of community here. People are generous with their time and money, and we're able to provide bikes where other communities aren't necessarily able to.
Awesome, Tom. And tell me, how long have you been involved with this program?
Oh, I've been working with Toys for Tots off and on for 25 years, and 5 years ago I officially took over as the director, and my wife Susan is now officially the assistant director, so it's a family affair.
Amazing. I love that. Wow. Okay. Is there anything that you can tell us about, maybe too late this year for folks to sign up, but if they wanted to next year to get on that list, how might they go about that?
Okay, yes, the signups unfortunately ended Saturday, and our distribution day is on the 14th, so we don't have a whole lot of time to turn this stuff around. In the future, as I mentioned, we partner with the Salvation Army, and the website for signing up is called saangeltree.org, and you'll see that the page is branded Salvation Army, but that's okay. They're our trusted partners, and they handle all the sign-up processes.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you for your work, for your contributions, and to you and your wife, Susan, for just taking this project under your hands and making it happen for our very lucky kiddos.
You're welcome, Ty. Thank you.
Have a beautiful Christmas.
You too.
Don't go away. We go from the roads to the skies with our next guest.
Hi, I live in a state of hopefulness, not because life is easy, smooth, or without pain that at times has felt unbearable, but because life has shown me that hope hides in the darkest of corners. Life has also shown me time and time again that hope is constant. Spring comes, the bud opens, we see and get to feel the love that surrounds us all in this amazing community. Hope is always present. Sometimes we just need to look a little closer.
If you are dining outside at a restaurant and someone is smoking a cigarette or using an electronic smoking device, you are being exposed to secondhand smoke. But what if you're in your own home and a neighbor's smoke is drifting in? Every person should have the right to live in a smoke-free environment to protect their health and the health of their family.
I live in an apartment and my son was coughing more than usual. I realized it was because our neighbor's smoke was affecting him. I tried putting a wet towel under the door and I asked the neighbor to please not smoke inside. He smokes outside sometimes, but the smoke still comes in. I'm really worried about my son's health.
People in our community are facing this problem every day. Often the residents affected live in apartments, condos, or other multi-unit spaces. Many people are unaware that all secondhand smoke is dangerous. This includes smoke from vapes, hookahs, and cannabis too. Take action today to help protect some of our most vulnerable community members from the dangers of secondhand smoke. Let's make living smoke-free an option for all Nevada County residents. Go to smilenevadacounty.com to share your story, get involved, or to find ways to quit. The Nevada County Tobacco Prevention Program is here to help.
It is no secret to those who know him. Kevin Edwards has a passion for all things that can fly. Well, all things that are mechanical and can fly. Kevin is the Nevada County Airport Manager, and it is apparent that he loves his job. Kevin, thank you for coming on to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Tell me how you got into your work, how long you've been doing your work, and what's your biggest challenge and your biggest love?
Okay, so I've been in aviation since 1986. I started ripping airplanes apart when I was 13 with my dad a long time ago, and at the age of 17, I joined the Navy, and I was in naval aviation for 20 years. Moved back here with my wife after I retired from the Navy, and ended up getting a job at the county at the airport. Worked there for a little bit of time, and then went to become the VSO at the county.
Okay.
And then the airport manager decided it's my time to retire, and I think you should take a job. So I applied and got it. So it's a great job.
Okay, I cannot imagine, other than flying in an airplane for business and pleasure, I don't have any understanding. I can't imagine what your job entails. What are you doing on a daily basis?
So what I do up at the airport is I have to make sure that the airport is operating safely. We are the only we manage the sale of all the fuel, so we have to make sure all of the fuel is tested appropriately, and we have enough in stock to supply the general aviation aircraft that fly up there year-round, but for 8 months out of the year, CAL FIRE, which is very important with the jet fuel. So.
Super important. Okay, so is our airport, I've never actually been to our county airport. Is it for government planes and city planes and county planes and then private planes as well?
It's open for anybody that wants to use it. It's a public airport, so we've had a lot of transit pilots come through, so they're coming from smaller general aviation airports. A lot of it is for hobbyists, but we also get a lot of charter in. We've had larger net jets, commercial or not commercial service, but charter service that comes through, and that's business. There's a lot of business and a lot of people with good amount of money that can fly in here on those large jets and enjoy our atmosphere that we have here in Nevada County.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so your job as a general manager, right?
Correct.
Is to control the amount of fuel, the takeoffs, the landings, the planning, the tower control?
So what's really unique about our airport is we don't have a tower.
Oh.
It's a pilot-controlled field. So any pilot that's going to come in and land at the airport, they tune into a frequency and they talk on the radio and they deconflict with other pilots coming in or taking off.
Okay, so I have a silly question for you.
Okay.
Is it a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5?
My job is, but,
Okay.
but the airport is open 24/7, 7 days a
So
week.
people can just come in and out at their
Correct.
leisure.
Correct.
And it remains accident-free as long as people are communicating correctly, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
For the most part.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what else don't I know about not LAX or not JFK, but a county airport?
So a small general aviation airport like us, we kind of fly under the radar, so to speak, from other bigger airports because it's just, well, there's just not as much traffic. But without the smaller GA airports, larger airports wouldn't exist because most GA airports are where students fly and they learn how to fly. That's where all your commercial pilots from Delta and American Airlines and all the rest, we're the training grounds for those guys.
Very cool. That was my next question. If somebody wants to get into it, do you have pilot training and certification?
So this is what we've been focusing on for the last few months. At the downtime when we're not doing during fire season, we're working on outreach. So we're trying to get into the school systems and bring a STEM curriculum, aviation STEM curriculum to our youth to try and get them engaged. And just on Wednesday, we were at Bear River.
Nice.
And last Friday, we were at NU doing a career day presentation and basically letting them know all the different paths they can take, because there are quite a few in aviation, not just pilots, but mechanics, to air traffic control, to aviation meteorologists. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I was just saying to my husband the other day, our youngest son is a mountain biker, and he said, I've seen his future career as a pilot. He just has that knack and ability, and I'm sure that you can sense that in younger people that are interested in the profession as you're doing outreach and people are reaching out to you.
They are. We had quite the response from both schools, and we have there's actually we have a group of younger aviators that just within the last few years got their license, and they're continuing on with getting more ratings. They started this they call it a guerrilla ground school, so you can start wherever you want, and there's seasoned pilots and instructors that show up, and they talk and they teach, share their knowledge because everybody wants to share their passion and pass the torch on and keep that passion going for aviation, because there is a big demand in the aviation community right now for all things aviation, pilots, mechanics.
Amazing. So do you all have the opportunity to track statistics about how many people you train that end up going into commercial or into military service?
We do track some, because there's also some groups. So there's the Golden Empire Flying Association, is a flying club that's been up here since the early 70s.
Oh, cool.
And they help put on events which raises money for scholarships. And those scholarships are right here in Nevada County, and then ultimately they go on and they get all their certificates, and then they move on and have flying careers.
Amazing. So. It's so cool what you're doing. So thank you so much for your service, and
appreciate it.
I'm so glad that you didn't leave the area, that you kept your institutional and very, very admirable career in the Navy right here in our local backyard, so that we could give back to people that are coming up in the community. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's so nice to meet you, Kevin, and we look forward to having you back on soon.
Great. Thank you.
Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you would like to help contribute or write stories, appear on a show, or even become a host, please check out the details on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/NCN. This is a local news and information brought to you by locals. Remember to stay safe, take care of each other, get out there and explore all this amazing community has to offer.